trying to go in my damn studio. These niggas don't be writing shit down. They gonna go out there and sit down, y'all. Look in the studio. We'll fix their ass today, though. Man, please.
Do your thing, then, man. You ain't gotta talk to me, man. Play your game, man. You know what I do,
Open
man.
it. I know it's hot in that motherfucker. I bet y'all. Man, y'all.
Yeah, you wanna lose.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Now it's working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, all right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. On second and 9, Wilson buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Wilson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now Wilson on first down. Being checked, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Now it's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on just like that. That's why he goes.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, McCaffrey. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Keep it coming.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man, well, let's go, cousin. Score. Score.
From the gun, here's Newton. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that.
I have no
idea.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know, that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for them, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. 3rd and long. It's Wilson.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. To throw is Wilson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Newton on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
On 1st down, it's Carson. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. It's Carson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Damn, I got to make long
I'll go special.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds Ursua, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And it will pass midfield just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, now 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, and they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Open man is Ursula.
Get up.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I'll take my chances there. 3-0. I see you ain't gonna score no more.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man, it's Vanette. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
I know what's up. He ain't going so.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Again, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But it's going to be 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 34. Myers' kick is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Field goal is all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go, folks.
So we've reached halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Newton throwing complete to Samuel. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run on first down. Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made by K1 Short.
2 yards on the 14. It's 2nd and
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now
I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check, 59.
Ready,
14,
please.
14. Watch this.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Penny, the first down carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Here's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the fourth. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And that would cover beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. And we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
they
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for him.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit. Because I will leave openings, all right? You can sting me. But how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going after them, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts for that 2-minute warning limit.
Great note right there, because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a 3rd one back. They still have a chance.
They run again with Carson. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
I ain't. I don't want to stay here. Not. Damn it. You think I'm lying to you? Take this, sucker.
Again, it's Penny. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
How I feel know you're going to lose like this. I beat him out there. I see secret through my people.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock stops with 23 seconds.
Fred. Shorter score, Fred. Score, Fred.
51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver. Get it.
You did. I said you won. You finally beat me at all the skunks.
I've been beating you since I've been down.
All the skunks. I done whooped you.
What skunk?
Oh, yeah. We got proof. All my colors go to business. Everybody knows.
You know you trash.
Everybody know. You want to go on out, see.